Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Small Victories Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Justin Overlord. To my right is the Don of Dons. And joining us for the first time, Lil G, Big Gino. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Thank you. Put some bass in your voice, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit, let me get situated.
We are Venom. Anyways, so how's your week been, G?
Oh, it's been cool, bro. It's been cool. You know what I'm saying?
Anything?
Trying to live my best life. That's about it.
Anything new happening?
Oh no, not really. You know what I'm saying? Just about taking care of the girls. That's about it. You know what I'm saying?
So how many girls you got?
Man, I got two.
You got two and a boy, right?
Huh?
You also got a boy, right?
No, I got two little girls.
Two little girls.
Oh yeah.
T has all boys. Damn,
He just had a little boy, didn't he?
yeah, you got another little boy. That's what I'm saying. He got all boys. You got all girls.
Y'all have girls for the rest of y'all life.
Shit.
Yeah, they keep asking me if I'm gonna try for a boy or whatever. I'm good with the two I got.
Yeah.
I ain't greedy. I'm
Yeah.
not greedy. I am not greedy.
Deacon said the same thing. Oh, we got to try for a boy next. I was like, oh, I'm good with the one I got.
Yeah, I am not greedy. I am not greedy. It's just real shit. But other than that, bro, you know what I mean? Just been, like I said, trying to live my best life, man.
That's a weird dynamic, dude.
What?
I'll be thinking about that. All right, maybe it's just me, but is it just me, or is it like whenever you have a family structure where the youngest is a girl? Why is the girl always a hoe? Almost always. Anybody ever notice it? Like the baby girl is almost always a hoe.
No. I almost feel offended. I feel kind of offended there.
It's like a 90% chance.
Like, what? Hold up. Anyways.
Anyways.
No,
Don't get me
No, I'm not. No, I'm actually trying to see, you know what I mean, where this is going.
All right, let me put it like this: if I was to have kids, the perfect thing will be any variation of boy first, boy last. You know what I mean? So the more kids you have, the more possibilities you can have. But my goal is to have 3 kids: boy, girl, boy, and it's mainly because typically, not always, but typically, if it's multiple kids and the youngest is a girl, typically the girl's a hoe. Like I don't
know. But if you can say that, then the boy, you know what I mean, typically he could be a punk.
I mean, I'd rather my boy be a punk than my girl be a hoe though. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Because in my situation, my first kid will be a boy. So if he a punk, you know what I mean?
These are not the official thoughts of the Overlord. Just putting it out
these ain't
there.
your thoughts. These are mine. And they're not even opinions. They're not even opinions. They're just thoughts. That's all it is. It's thoughts.
Yeah, but you pushing them like they facts. Like the last kid. And
I said, is it me or is it that? Because I run into that a lot. I'm not saying this is the norm. I'm saying as far as what I run into.
Well, Don, that's what you be looking.
Yeah.
That's
what you be looking for, though.
I be looking for hoes. I don't know. Maybe I got like a whole face for bitch. Like hoes just run up to me.
But I say shit nowadays. Maybe so. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays they ain't got their dad around like that neither. It's a lot of, you know what I mean, a lot of them with daddy issues.
70s,
so that's why they, you know what I mean, get out there like that.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like, all right. So for instance, now this is scientific fact. There's a dynamic when it comes to siblings. Typically, the oldest one is the most successful. Typically, they're the most mature. Typically, they're the most they're the best with money. typically, like there's certain like levels when it comes to kids, and depending on where you fall in that dynamic, like some things are true. The middle kid is always starved for attention. They're always trying to get validation and shit like that, because the oldest one is basically like the person who carries on the bloodline. You know what I mean? Like how kings and queens and shit, like the oldest becomes the king once the king dies. Like that type shit. The oldest has the most responsibility. The parents are more strict on them and shit like that. With the middle kid, because the youngest kid is the baby and all that extra bullshit, like the middle kid kind of gets like pushed aside. So they seek more validation, they seek more attention, they seek more...
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theory.
I mean, I don't know what that theory is, but it could be it. But typically,
Think about it.
Because
Leonardo is the captain of the squad. He has the most responsibility. Then you got Raphael, who doesn't get as much attention, but he's always going for Leo's neck, because he gets tired of being bossed around by the oldest, which is typically the middle child, and the oldest is typically always at each other's necks. And then you got the youngest one, who would be Michelangelo, and he's the baby.
Yeah. But, I mean, each of those dynamics play a part in society.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Jay, that was good.
Yeah, I never heard that before.
Right. Oh my God, that was good.
I learned something
Oh
today.
my God. Wow.
I learned something today. But I mean, like, all right, so because the baby is baby, because their discipline is typically looser than what the older kids experience, because time moves forward, so they have more access to newer everything, technology, the way the world works. You know what I mean? All right, like a prime example. 15 years ago, you could do a gay joke and it'd just be laughed at. Whereas if you do, a certain type of gay joke, you're canceled. The oldest kid still remembers that generation. So, if you were talking to your homeboys, you'd be like, nigga, you gay.
Personally,
like, it doesn't hold the same meaning as somebody who's younger, who was like, our generation is like, nigga, you gay. It's more of a insult to you as a person, not necessarily an insult to the LGBT community as a whole. Like, we're not talking about gay people as far as liking the same sex. It's just more of a saying. Whereas if you're younger, you get the benefits of, woke culture and all that extra bullshit.
You go back like, even further, say, nigga, you gay. Nigga, you happy?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Like, depending on when you're talking about it, like, you gay could mean a bunch of fucking different shit. I mean, but words
have changed meaning over the years.
Yeah, they evolve over time. Like, I'm not talking about necessarily that, but it's just like,
I get what you're saying.
Because each individual kid is born at a particular spot. Like, they experience life differently, so they naturally develop these aspects of themselves. Like, the reason why the youngest is the hoe is because the oldest one is the responsible one. So they don't feel like they feel like they're responsible for their younger siblings. So it's more of a, I can't be a hoe.
But you got some younger ones that's out there that's more responsible than that's more responsible than the oldest ones.
I mean, nothing in this world is black and white. Like, when you think about it, you got one black, you got one white, and then you got zillions of shades of gray. Like, that's how the
Hold
world
on, let's
is.
pause this real
Nothing
quick.
is completely black and white. But
What's your topic, Jay?
All right, so kind of had to, pause for a second. But in conclusion, Don, what was you saying?
I mean, I'm not saying it's a scientific fact. I'm saying in my experience, if the youngest is a girl, she's typically a hoe. Now, I say that in another aspect of, typically, if the youngest is a boy, any girl before that feels like they have like a real life baby doll. You know what I mean? So, like, they have more responsibility to them because the youngest is a boy.
I'll be right back, guys. Keep on going.
But like they have a real life baby doll, so they have the ability to like mother it, and that within itself is its own like level of responsibility. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like they're not as hoish, but as the youngest, like they get treated as the baby. They get treated as and this is a scientific fact too. Like the more kids that people have, especially longer period of time that they have kids, like they're more lenient towards the younger kids than they are towards the older kids. Like the older kids catch hell because they're new parents, but when they get used to it, by the fourth and fifth kid, you know what I mean? Like they're not as on their neck. I mean, it's the same with you. Like your mom was way more lenient on your younger sisters than she was on you, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with the fact that you're a boy. You're the oldest.
Yeah.
So,
true.
I mean, yeah, there's a difference between boy and girl, but there's also a difference between youngest and oldest. Everything in between. So, yeah, that's just what I've experienced. Again, it's not all. There's outliers, but in my experience, about 85-90% of the bitches that I've talked to who was the youngest kid is typically hoes. They more willing to do nasty shit in the bed. They more susceptible to manipulation. You know what I mean? They more. It's.
I say, oh shit, boy, they freaks.
Yeah, they freaks. You know what I mean? Like plain and simple. They hoes. I ain't gonna say hoes like prostitutes, no, but like they out here, and I would never knock a bitch for the things that she do, because we need upstanding citizens as much as we need criminals. You know what I mean? Like we need a balance of everything. I feel, and I mean for all the prudes, there's hoes. We need them, and everything in between. We need prudes, we do, but we also need hoes. You know, this is what I think.
All right. So,
this nigga maestro when it comes to that shit, boy. You see that effortless transition?
Shut the
This
fuck
shit
up.
was effortless.
Anyways, now for those of
It
you,
was one of them layups that do this. You know, it was one of them. It wasn't the. It was.
Right, that's an easy two.
Yeah, just,
Easy two.
I'm sorry for the background distraction. The princess over there, having a fit. But
You want to be part of the show tonight? God damn it!
like, I ain't asked me nothing.
Right, complain.
Fuck.
But anyways, for those who watched the first episode, got to some very, I don't even know how to put it, but
Fucked up
some
shit.
fucked up shit.
Yeah, fuck.
Started off funny as fuck,
It did. It took a
got to
dark
being
turn.
depressing, to anger.
It took a dark turn.
I mean, it was wild. But Don has joined us again. Well, I don't know why I said joined us again. Our show, but he's back this time. Unfortunately, it's taken a couple of weeks to get to this point because I was sick.
Making that money, baby.
Well, I was sick one week. The second episode, Don was on
This
the
a
road.
side gig.
And then we hit Thanksgiving week, and I really didn't want to
Oh,
record
no,
and
you
everything on
gotta-
Thanksgiving week. So
I mean, you gotta give it up to the family.
yeah, so that was family week. But so now we're gonna finish off that whole story, and hopefully it's not a 3-hour explanation. Because, like I said, the first episode I had to break into 2 parts. But
What, me?
huh?
You want me to tell you the ending of it?
Yeah, remember we were supposed to continue the second episode.
Yeah, I was fucked up that night.
Yeah,
Man,
he was.
I had to sit down.
I was a terrible friend. I let that nigga drive
He ain't had
home.
no chairs. This nigga had me sit on that fucking stool over there. Like, my ass is killing
So
me.
yeah,
Right.
I'm drunk as fuck. My ass killing me. I'm laying down here like this and shit.
So then,
You know, I'm slumped. So
But
I'm
anyways.
like, I gotta sit down.
so Don,
Yeah, what's up?
regale us with this tale and everything that's happened. As soon as she stops yelling.
I was waiting for that. I figured you edited it out. All right, so this is what happened. All right, so me and him go back and forth when
Hater. My daughter do the same thing. My hater.
I'm trying not to talk like she's yelling,
My
but
daughter do the same thing. It must be a girl thing.
she want to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
I really think it's a girl
guarantee you,
thing.
she don't even like me. And if I hold her,
she loves the attention.
Get on the mic and you know what I mean?
Right.
No, what she'll do is she'll con you into letting you hold her or getting you to hold her, and then she'll try to grab everything that's on the table.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's why she wants. Whenever I'm sitting over here, that's why she'll go stop whatever it is that she's doing, and she'll come all the way over here, climb up my leg to try to get me to pick her up. Yeah, to try to get me to pick her up so she can grab at stuff that's on the desk. That girl is crazy, dude. But anyways, go ahead, Don.
All right, so this is like a month and a half situation, and he's pushing it. He's pushing it, and this whole time, like, I'm the type nigga, I'ma fuck with you. If you in a relationship, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a dog. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. You know, but if the dude come at me on some real shit, I'll back off. Just simply off of some respect type shit.
Right.
But at the same time, if you come at me with disrespect, then I gotta get just as disrespectful. You know what I mean? Because all you really gotta do is be like, hey, this is my girl. I don't want you talking to her. Leave her alone. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? Cool. Whatever. You caught me. On to the next one. I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they weren't or they aren't even dating to this point or to this day. Yeah. So even at the time when you was fucking with her, you still been on some disrespectful bullshit. If he came at you that way.
But they was dating at that time.
No, never.
No. The whole time that he's been fucking with this girl, the other dude and the chick have been broken up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's more the reason why I would cuss her motherfucking ass out. Get your hoes in check. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is if she already,
especially if you gonna fuck with her though.
But she broke up with him, so she wasn't fucking with him. She wasn't nothing to do with him. Basically,
he don't know the situation. Pretty much, all right. This is what happened. She was talking to a dude. They was talking for like 2 years. He proposed on some like peer pressure type shit. Like he didn't even want to propose, but it was like some peer pressure type shit. So he proposed to her, and then they started getting close or whatever like that. And then this nigga started beating her, started whooping her ass and shit. So she on some domestic type shit was like, I ain't fucking with you no more. So she stopped talking to him, and she stopped talking to him in February sometime 2021, right? I didn't start talking to her until June. She had a whole nother nigga between me and her ex-fiance. So I ended up fucking the girl, and then like a couple days later, I'm at work. Mind you, I'm working like 16-hour shifts 7 days a week. Like I literally don't got time for this shit. This nigga hit me up as I'm like clocking out and about to go home, talking about who this. I'm like, who this? Nigga, you know who this is. You need to stay away from my girl. I'm like, first off, I'm at work. Don't know what the fuck going on. Second off, like, who's your girl? You know what I mean? Like, fuck going on? Who's your girl? Oh, you know who she is. You need to just stay away. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, nigga, like, first off, like, you contacted me on some stay away from my girl type shit. I'm like, who the fuck are you? It don't matter. You just need to stay away from my girl. I'm like, so who's your girl? You know who she is. You just need to stay away.
I'm offended for you assuming I know who your girl is. Like I ain't got bitches.
And that's how I feel. Like when niggas think I ain't got bitches.
Yeah, like I ain't got bitches.
Like nigga, who?
Right.
Is it Stacy? Is it Trina?
Right.
Is it Kanisha? Like, fuck out of here. So I'm just like, and this nigga talking about, you know who my girl is. You need to just stay away from her. I'm like, look, dude. Your girl could be some bitch I'm fucking, but she also could be cousin. She also could be friend. She also could be coworker. Like, who the fuck is your girl? And this nigga, he didn't say her name, but he basically like described her. He was like, "You need to stay away from this fat bitch," and blah blah blah. And when it comes to niggas saying some shit like that, when they say fat bitch, like,
damn, bro, that ain't
she could be
you, bro.
fat or she could be thick. Like, you know what I mean? As long as you ain't like stupid obese or ridiculously skinny, like, I'll fucks with you. So that's a pretty big, like, who are you talking about? You know what I mean? So we, here she go right here. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
I have to implement a no phone calls during the podcast rule or something.
I don't see why not. Watch me call this bitch and say she accidentally called me.
I gotta pull you away.
Hello?
Over here, boy, about to destroy the light.
Hello?
She look like Diva.
Shit, they good here.
So, anyways, just a interlude while he's doing that.
At least you didn't have a stalker, man.
There you go.
Shit, out there hanging your boxes on people's antennas of their cars. Real shit, hanging my boxes on antennas of people's cars. The dude across the street like, "Hey man, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Hey bro, my bad, man."
What the who did that?
Man. It get real.
I think she called him back, though.
Hey, it get real out there, man. When you know what I mean? Give them that Kevin Hart like to say, Black Hammer.
Part of the reason why the last episode went like 3 hours.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it.
Hello?
Man, send that girl a text.
Hello?
Like, hey, what you need? I'm in the middle of something.
Nigga, I just texted her a whole bunch of bullshit, nigga, and mean that shit.
Man,
Just
getting
saying
to that
shit.
point, like, this bitch is off the fucking rip. All right, you ready, Jay?
We've been ready. I haven't. You told me not to pause. I have not paused.
Hey, like I said, sent her a whole bunch of bullshit, just a whole bunch of shit, and then sent her another text message, and I meant what I said.
That's why I should just give you my fucking phone, dude. Like, on some real shit, like, this girl fucking weird, dude.
Is she a daddy girl? She a daddy's girl?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, man. You might want to holler at Dr. Feelgood. What is that? Mike Epps? That Dr. Feelgood? You know.
So, anyways, and to follow the guidelines of YouTube, and since the missus wanted to, I don't know what she called this, but didn't want to take her to the babysitters today. And because she refuses to not let me, or she refuses to let me get this podcast done and recorded, because she wants to sit on my lap so she can grab it, everything on the desk, I will not be turning my camera back on. So, enjoy the viewing of Ladon, and Lil G. Unfortunately, the host
Enjoy.
cannot even be in his own goddamn podcast. Well, Don's going somewhere now. I don't know. We supposed to be finishing up his storyline, and we're already damn near 30 minutes in. We ain't got nowhere.
Oh shit, we got plenty where, you know what I mean? We just talking.
Oh, I'm talking about when it comes to him finishing up his story.
Oh man.
But anyways, Don, I almost called you Don. G, man, when's the last time? It's been months, dude.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time, bro, since we linked up. Real shit.
Yeah, Mister.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm come through. I'm come through for the podcast. Nigga didn't show.
I know, bro.
He pulled a T on me.
Life get crazy. You know what I'm saying? For real, life get crazy.
Well, now you know. It's every Saturday we try to do this around. I'd like to do it about 6 o'clock so niggas ain't tired and shit.
Man. Hey, you do it whenever. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but I'm just saying.
Shit.
I try to do it around 6 so niggas ain't tired. I know Don. This is one of his, his weekend. He be trying to slide in between some thighs and shit. So
it's Saturday night and I still got some check, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You know what I mean?
You don't even matter.
The type of vibes.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying I try to get it done a little earlier than when we started. But it's cool, either way. Whenever people are available, because normally Saturdays, this is where I'm at. Right here with her. If she's here, but I'm gonna start finding a babysitter.
If
for
it's on the
Saturday.
weekends, shit, I'm available. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said,
I'm available
every Saturday.
Real shit.
I wanna do it. So no stank. Can't have the shot glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. Ain't shit really going
shit,
on.
What's been going on with you, Jay?
Man, just trying to get settled into this damn house, dude. Man, funny story. So, I don't like talking shit about people, but they pissed me off a little bit. And this is gonna sound kind of racist, but goddamn Mexicans.
Hey.
So, I have nothing against any other culture, religion, race. Sexuality, nothing, but these motherfuckers pissed me off. They working on a house across the street, right? So I go outside, you see the mailbox, right? Mm-hmm. Now that mailbox literally have been leaning up against the house for like weeks now. I don't know how long, maybe about 2 weeks ago, I went and got some concrete. Not knowing how to fucking mix concrete or none of that. I had to learn that shit, right?
YouTube?
Yeah, that's basically what I did. And so then learned that I really don't have the equipment for mixing this concrete. Even though it's just water, but you prefer a wheelbarrow or some type of container. So I took one of our totes that had all our stuff out that was sitting out on the porch. Had a bunch of stuff that I hadn't brung in yet. So I emptied that out and mixed the concrete in there. I barely used half a bag, right? So I call across the street to them, like, hey, would you guys like some concrete? I got half a bag of concrete here that I'm probably never fucking gonna use again. I bought an 80-pound bag not knowing or being stupid because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm thinking I'm gonna end up using this whole bag of concrete. And so I get everything done, ask them, they sitting there like talking to each other like it's a fucking language barrier. And so they come across the street. Now granted, I done pulled this heavy ass bag of concrete back up onto the porch. They come across the street, or coming across the street, so I grab the bag again and take it back down. And they like, oh no, we don't want no concrete. We thought you were asking or offering work. What the fuck am I offering you work for? I did the work. you seen me out here putting the goddamn mailbox up. What the fuck work am I asking you for? I'm asking you, do you want a bag of concrete? Because I don't want it to go to waste, and I'm giving it to you. I'm not charging you anything. I figured you guys are working construction because they were doing roofing on the house.
So they thought you was trying to charge them for the bag?
I don't know if they thought I was trying to charge them or nothing, but they pissed me off. So I said, fuck it. All right, cool.
You know what? Ain't nobody getting no concrete.
Yeah,
then.
pretty
How
much.
about that? Shit. How about that?
You know, because it's like I'm not charging you for the concrete. I'm offering to give you the concrete because I don't need it, and I don't want the shit to go to waste. You know, I'm never gonna use that fucking concrete again unless I decide to put up a fucking basketball hoop in the back, and I highly doubt that. You know,
Hey, well, shit, you gonna learn today.
Shit. You see, I got that motherfucker up.
Right.
So
That's
I'm
what I'm
pretty sure I
saying.
could do it if I wanted to. But I'm just saying that, you know, our lease is only for like 6 months here. So, you know, depending on if we still here or gone, you know, I would like to, instead of continue to rent the house, try to see if we can buy it off, you know, and make payments towards buying it instead of renting this motherfucker. Because if I'm just renting this motherfucker, I'm not putting a basketball hoop up in the backyard. You know. Or I might. I don't know. Depends on how the fuck I feel, I guess.
I mean, as long as it's a to-go rim.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I'm using concrete, it wouldn't be a to-go rim. It'd be staying.
Yeah.
You know. I'm about to dig that motherfucker up. Just like that mailbox. You staying there. Stop grabbing the mic, Stank. And this girl. All right, Don, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right, boy, because, hey, I was just about to say.
I'm talking to somebody right now. I don't know.
This nigga always.
The-
So here's a word of advice
minute
for
he had
people
that
starting their own
Darth Vader
podcast.
breathing going on.
Pick your co-host wisely. This nigga the co-host. He done missed an episode. He gets on the first episode. He drunk as fuck. This episode, he texting motherfuckers.
Hey, he about
I'm a real nigga. I'm a real nigga. I got a lot.
This nigga texting motherfuckers and shit. We running out of material.
shit is going down.
It's going
right now.
down. But anyways, well, get on some topics I was gonna save for towards the end. But G, did you hear about the shit that happened with CVS? I think I told Don already about the lady who died working.
Or CVS.
She was on the clock working. Said she didn't feel good. Wanted to go home.
Oh, yeah, you told me about
Yeah, and they wouldn't let her leave. Said that she had to wait for her replacement to get here. And she ended up dying in the store.
Oh,
Wow.
CVS.
CVS.
Wow.
They said CBS.
No,
Wow.
CVS.
I'm like the TV people.
No.
They didn't let her go home. What the
I was
fuck?
about to say, nah, they shut down. You know what I mean? Ain't no more. Wow.
What do you think? How would you feel if you wasn't feeling well, or if that was your family member? If that was a family member of yours, and you find out they didn't put out a statement, they didn't do any of that. Like, no, we offer our condolences to the family. No, it was people who worked there who knew about it, and they're the ones coming out and talking about it.
Well, but they try to keep it on the hush hush at first.
CBS was trying to keep it on the hush hush.
Oh no, that's not cool. That's not cool. Especially if I was a close family member. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had to do something about that. For real. That's not cool at all. You know what I mean? I granted I understand, you know what I mean, people fake things a lot and things like that, but you know what I mean, shit is real. You know what I mean? Shit is real, man. Somebody, you know what I mean, tell you one thing, you know what I mean? So what if they lying? You gotta, you know what I mean, still taking accountable, you know what I mean, that, hey, you know, it's just a situation, you know what I mean, happened like that, you know what I'm saying? At my wife's job, you know what I'm saying? One of the co-workers went to the manager and told her, you know what I mean, she was lightheaded and, you know what I mean, told her, you know what I mean, she had to wait for her replacement to come and things like that. And she fell out on the lane, you know what I mean, from the customers and things, you know what I mean? Shit is real, man.
Yeah. My thing is, if I'm a manager and someone is telling me that they're not feeling good and they really need to go, they need to go to, I'm telling them like this, like, look, You know, go ahead and go. We'll cover it. Bring us a doctor's note. You know, go see a doctor. Make sure everything's fine, and just bring in a doctor's note, and everything will be cool. Don't play with your health, people. Is basically what I'm getting at. You know, if you're not feeling good, if I was that lady, I would have told him like, look, I'm not feeling good. Now you want me to wait for a replacement? Well, guess what? You're the goddamn manager of the store. You should be able to operate everything in here. And that's the problem with a lot of places nowadays, is that they hire people who aren't trained on the shit in the store that they're working at. You know, they hire people for one thing, because they're good at keeping the numbers down, you know, time down or this and that. But you don't know what this screwdriver does. I had a manager like that when I worked at Home Depot. Like she was a store manager, but tell her to work tools for one day, and she wouldn't be able to tell you what most of the shit in that section was for, you know. But a manager should be trained on everything that store sells, and should be able to cover any position that store needs covered. So as a manager, that lady's manager should have covered her position until the replacement got there, sent her home, had her bring in a doctor's note. Problem solved.
Now they got bigger fish to fry.
Yep, lawsuits.
Yeah, now they got bigger fish to fry.
If I was her immediate family, I'd be suing the fuck out of them after hearing that shit.
You definitely suing. Oh, that's most definitely one of the steps. You know what I mean? We ain't even got to talk about that. That's automatic. You know what I'm saying? Yep. For real, that's automatic. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's crazy how things is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I went into Target, and one of the customers got into it. You know, when one of the managers there and things like that, and the manager was being very rude. You know what I'm saying? But she asked for the 1-800 number, and one of the employees got in trouble because they said the 1-800 number was for, you know, ethical reasons only. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the number is for. You know what I mean? But the number is really for, you know what I mean, anybody who's not, you know what I mean, if you go to somebody higher than that person in that store, you know what I mean, you feel like your problem or your situation not being resolved or whatever the case may be, then yeah, you know what I mean, ask for the 1-800 number so you could talk to somebody, you know what I mean, whoever it is you may need to talk to, you know what I mean. And yeah, it was just, man, it's crazy out here, man.
It is. It really is. Yeah. So I don't know if any of their family members will ever listen to this podcast, but our condolences. Sorry for your loss.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
That's some bullshit. But stop hitting the mic, fat.
Hey, she on that.
Stank. Anyways. So, you still got a PlayStation?
Yeah.
You only playing sports games and wrestling still?
Man, I only play WWE. You know, I only play WWE. Yeah. On there, you know what I mean? Laying the smackdown on them fools.
That game,
you know what I'm saying?
broken.
No, I don't play 20. I play 19. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, people are still active on 19. You know what I mean? Getting their heads cracked. You know what I mean? With cheers and everything else.
Man, 20, it was just weird, dude.
Oh yeah, it was bad, man. But you know what I mean?
Not even talking about just mechanically. I mean, like, even like the whole story mode was weird.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, everything was bad. You know what I mean? Especially the story mode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially the story mode. That was horrible.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
like, man, like I
19 story mode was better than that one.
I get that you wanted to add some comedic elements into your story mode, but you didn't have to make one of the characters that you made look like a fucking buffoon. Like, if I had known that that's what the story mode was going to be, I would have made my character look like a fucking buffoon.
Right. Hey, for real. You get your character all souped up.
Yeah, I got my character
all of a sudden
looking.
he out there getting treated.
You know how I normally make my characters? They look all like dark and gothic and shit. And he up there getting tripped in the fucking cafeteria and hit over the head with a lunch tray. Like, what the fuck is going on with this shit, man?
Like, for real. They definitely didn't let you pick your own path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this new one, you know what I mean? They say it hit different. They say it hit different.
I have hopes for it, man.
They say it hit different.
I don't
so
even watch wrestling.
You know what I mean? But
like
they bring,
that, but
they
I
bring
keep
back
up
the
with
GM
it.
mode. You know what I mean? So that's that's one thing everybody wanted.
That was the actual mode wasn't too bad. It was just very glitchy. Like the show mode or GM mode or whatever the hell you want to call it in 20 wasn't bad. It was just glitchy. Like entrances wouldn't work. Like for some reason,
right.
they would just randomly turn off. Or I had one thing where I had like a backstage brawl set up. I set it up, and for some reason I couldn't move my character. It was just very fucking glitchy, dude. And even to this day, it's very glitchy.
Shit, when I was playing 20, I was they were trying to get me to join all these different type of leagues.
Oh man,
You know, and I was good on that, but I created my own character, Gorilla Mac. You know what I mean? He was just truth, bro. It was just crazy. I was amazed. I was amazed by how good this character was. I'm like, dude, the moveset is
I
incredible.
might have to reinstall it on the PS. Did I tell you what happened? Remember you told me you had it, and so I bought it on PS4, and then I found it real cheap for the Xbox. And
I remember you saying you had it on the Xbox.
So I got it on PS4 and the Xbox. I got a lot of games that I got either on PC and I got it on one of the consoles, or I got it on one of the consoles and the other console. Like I got 2 copies of Red Dead Redemption 2. I got it on PS4 and Xbox. I got 2 copies of Resident Evil 2 remake on PS4 and on Xbox. Yeah, I got a couple of games over there. I got Red Dead Redemption for the Xbox, and I got Red Dead Redemption. I'm talking about the original one. I got it on PS3 and on the Xbox. The only reason I bought that one though on the Xbox was because I could play it on my Xbox One because it's backwards compatible. And on the PS3, I got as far as one mission and it kept freezing up on me. So
Yeah, they say a lot of. Well, I heard a lot of the games, new games that's coming out, won't be able to be played on the 5.
what do you mean?
I just heard they won't be able to be played on the 5, like because they're not compatible with the technology or whatever that's going on with it. Like the WWE, the new WWE game that's coming out. They don't think they're gonna release it on PS5 because they don't think
they
it's
will. Trust me. Everything is gonna be able to be played on the 5 because everything that's on the 4 can be played on the 5 now. It's just up-res and everything.
So you can play the games that's on the 4 on the 5.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because Sony seen what Microsoft was doing with the Xbox and said, "Oh, fuck that!" You know, because people were, "Oh, shit, I'm gonna go get a new Xbox because all the games I have for my Xbox One, I'll be able to play on my new Xbox Series." So Sony was like, "Well, we can do that too. It's not that hard. It's not very hard to do." I'm sorry if people can't hear me. I'm fighting with a baby who wants to grab
I should have
it.
took the opportunity to get one when I had a chance. I had somebody trying to sell me one for $350.
Motherfucker,
Brand new, fresh out the box. Brand new, fresh out the box. Inside the towers. Inside the towers. And I passed it up because that was one of the things I had asked. I was like, "Damn, man, you can't play the 4 games on it." They're like, "No, you can't." And I'm like, "Oh, shit." And I'm like, "Well, oh shit," you know what I'm saying?
Girl, you're about to
I'm good on it.
down.
Then. You know what I mean? Cause I like the games I'm able to play on my 4 right now.
Yeah, you can play all those games on the 5.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Dang. Yeah, he was letting it go for $350.
You should have hit me up. I would have bought that motherfucker.
Man.
I would have cut off an arm.
Well, like, they be around there selling all kind of things, man. They be around there selling game systems, dogs, cats, toilet paper, all kind of shit around there, man.
Shit.
It's crazy.
I was telling Don, you remember the game Mafia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I picked up the remastered edition months ago, and I just got to it. And it was one of those games where I started playing it, and I just could not put it down. Because it was like, man, this is awesome storytelling. Like, it really made you feel like you were watching an old time, like you were watching The Godfather or something.
Right.
You know, and then you just playing out the action scenes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this shit's dope, dude. Real dope. Like, and then I watched a comparison video where they showed the comparison from the old game and then compared to the remaster. Man, I was like, man, if I had played the old game now, I'd have been pissed.
Right.
Like, this graphics look terrible.
Man.
You know, but now, man, lifelike, like literally like you watching a movie, damn near, dude. I swear.
Yeah, I already know, man. I already know. That's how they all starting to look now.
Yep. And so I'm about to start playing Far Cry 6, hopefully, either this week sometime or next week. I finally fixed my Skyrim again on the PC. Okay, look.
It's a guy that stay above me. I go over his house and be playing the game sometimes and things like that, but he play a lot of like fighting games though. You know what I mean? He like Tekken and more combat and things like that.
See, I don't mind Tekken. Well, I love fighting games. You know me.
Yeah.
I love my fighting games. But the thing is, I get tired of beating up on the computer all the damn time. You know, basically back when Street Fighter 4 was out, I mastered that so much I could beat that on the hardest difficulty, like with no issues. It was just harder fighting people online.
But I say shit, but that's where the real fun is at though. You know what I mean? Fighting people online.
Yeah, but back in the day, y'all remember lag. Like, I can't remember who it was. It was this one dude, buddy of, I think it was either Lil G's friend or somebody's friend. Not Lil G.
Yeah, it's like you saying Lil G.
I meant I meant Fino's friend or somebody's friend. I can't remember exactly whose friend he was, but he challenged him, and he would never come to the house to play me. So we set up a time to play online, and it was Mortal Kombat 9. And you know how good I was at that fucking game. And no, leave it alone. And so online, the shit lagged so bad, I couldn't do any of my combos. So all of my juggles and all that shit I couldn't do. And so he whooped my ass because he actually played online. And this was my first time playing online. And dealing with the lag is kind of like what we was talking about earlier when it came to 2K. You know, that lag is what fucking killed me.
Right, same thing with Madden though.
Yeah. And so that was my thing why I didn't play games online. Like, I don't like playing fighting games online. And I kind of got into it with the new Mortal Kombat, but by the time I started playing it online, you know, fucking, you know, people been playing it for so long. I won a couple of matches, you know, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead because I'm probably gonna run into a bunch of people who are fucking tournament pros and shit.
See, but that's where it's just starting to get good at. You know what I'm saying? Now you know you own something.
Say hi, princess.
Uh-oh.
All right, Don, you ready? Oh no, he's getting up. Never mind.
Yeah, I gotta use the bathroom too.
Yeah, that's what Jack does to you. It makes you have to go to the bathroom.
Thumb wrestle war. Thumbs over there on double duty. Man. Ugh.
Yeah, so I don't know. I might start playing MK online when I get a chance to.
Yeah, shit, why not? You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna get better.
Shit,
Yeah, we play online too. You know me, man. I just like playing and talking my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'm pretty good. Like, especially when MK11 first came out, I was fucking damn near god tier, especially with Sub-Zero. You know, and then I just stopped playing for a while because nobody would ever come to play anymore. So it got to the point where it's just like,
I bullshit you now. I'm playing online with this one cat, and like I said, I'm down below in somebody's apartment playing on. I'm playing online against this one cat. Now, I'm playing with Scorpion. You know what I mean? That's my guy. I'm playing with Scorpion. We play like maybe, you know what I mean, the best out of 5. You know what I'm saying? He get a flawless victory on me maybe twice, you know what I mean, in a row.
damn.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We playing online. And, you know, I hit him one good time. But the whole time, I'm still talking my shit. You know what I mean? You know me, man.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm still talking my shit,
You be that
man.
nigga in the mud getting stomped, and that's why your mama a bitch.
I'm still talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is pissing him off because I beat him one round, and I know that ate him up because now I'm really talking my shit. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a wrap now. You ain't winning no more now. You know what I mean? I done figured you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking mad cash. He like, dude, shut up. You ain't won like you only won that one round. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna continue doing me, man, talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit talking gonna give me that one round. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need.
So 2 out of 3 when it comes to skill, hey, I'll take that.
So here's a funny story. Tatiana, the oldest, her baby dad came over one day and we was kicking it, right? So we was playing Madden. Now, granted, I told you I don't really play Madden like that anymore. This was like Madden 20 or Madden 19, one or the other. And so, girl, I can't with you right now. Bye-bye. I can't. She wants to grab at everything and lean. Yeah. But anyway, so we're playing Madden. He basically whoops my ass.
Who?
Marquise. I ain't never got my ass whooped like that before, but but of course I'm playing with my Cowboys. My Cowboys is garbage, and I think he was playing with like the Ravens or somebody.
I think I got off on your ass like that one time before.
No.
I ain't even gonna lie.
No.
In Madden?
Not like Marquise beat me. You know, like I think I scored maybe once, and I was tapping out third quarter. Like, yeah, I'm done. And so I played it cool. He was like, oh yeah, you got me, you know. And on the inside, I'm pissed. I'm seething, right? So I was like, man, let's play some Mortal Kombat. You said you played Mortal Kombat, right? He's like, yeah, I played Mortal Kombat. Oh man, you don't want it in Mortal Kombat. So, okay, so I popped it in. Nigga didn't win a round. Not around. I was not letting that shit slide. Like,
It'd
nah,
be like
nigga.
that. It'd be like that.
Like,
sometimes.
revenge
It'd
shall
like
be
that.
mine.
I'm pretty sure you didn't beat people up like that before in the game.
I didn't beat up people like that. I ain't never got my ass whooped like that, like, ever.
Nah.
I'm winning one. At least one. How many fights did you go?
It was like 4.
Bare minimum. That means that there's 8 times you could have won one round. You didn't win one? Kill yourself.
Yeah, I get called garbage. You know, oh man, you trash, you garbage. You keep doing the same move. It's like, nigga, I'm doing all types. Yeah, I might be doing the same move, but I'm doing it out of combos.
Yeah, you're good. You're good when it comes to the fighting games. You're pretty good.
For the most part, I hate when people
good.
say that shit because it's like you only get a certain amount of moves. Like, how many? What else am I supposed to do? I got 9 moves.
Hey,
Like who?
I mean, but if I'm doing it out of a combo, like I'm hitting you with like a 5-hit combo, and then I finish it with the slide, nigga, you knew the slide was coming, but you couldn't do nothing about it because I'm already gotten you in the combo. You know, so you should have stopped the combo before I started the combo.
you're pretty good at the fighting games too.
Yeah, but I mean, my thing is like, none of that shit makes sense. Like, how there ain't a game where it's like you can go 2 or 3 rounds and kill this person with different shit the entire time. You know what I mean? Like eventually you're gonna repeat some shit.
Yeah, you're gonna repeat some shit.
So
right.
it's like for instance, like Ryu and Ken. They got 3 moves. They got the fireball, the uppercut, and Ryu has the kick. What else am I supposed to do?
They both got the kick.
They do?
Yeah, the spinning kick.
Still. That's 3 moves. And then you got combos. Like, I'm supposed to beat you in 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. Like, eventually I'm gonna repeat some shit. And then you only doing the same. Nigga, what do you mean I'm only doing the same move? There's only like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Even with the games that have more like to it, there's tops you'll have like 10 moves out of 3 rounds. I'm repeating some shit.
With the Mortal Kombat.
I mean, but you know that's
what I remember.
The thing.
Oh yeah, I was with
You good with the Mortal Kombat from what I remember?
That's the.
I'm great at the Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
This nigga like his dad.
Lies and propaganda.
Nah.
Lies and propaganda.
Hey, it's a lot of games. Jay can beat me in, but I tell you one game he can't beat me in.
What?
Killer Instinct.
Shit.
I tell you that much.
You probably got.
I know he remember that.
Probably
The only game you can beat me in is Paperwork Simulator. That's it.
Hell nah.
That's it. Paperwork Simulator. That's it.
Nah, man. What was it? I think if we put we'll have to play again. I still got that game. I just have to reinstall it.
I mean, I'm gonna go that.
Actually, I think I could install on Xbox too, if I'm not mistaken.
You probably can.
But I think on the PlayStation, on the PC, I got all the characters unlocked. So, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, good times. Remember, it was Big Mont. Same move, Shiva.
Oh my god.
The overhead stomp.
Oh my god. And be talking shit like he's doing something though.
Yeah,
like that.
Be talking shit like he's doing something.
That's the thing.
When it come to every game, I hate playing his dad.
But
this nigga
that was the thing. When people tell me, when people be like, "Nigga, you only doing the same move over and over again," it's like you haven't seen somebody do the same move over and over again until you play Big G. All right, same move. Same football, and then when you play Madden, he ran the same fucking play, and then be talking shit when it would work like 1 out of the 10 times that he did it. Like, nigga, I know exactly who you about to throw it to.
He gonna run it, or he throwing it to the tight end.
Yeah, he's running it to the left, or he's throwing it to the tight end going right. And if you stop that, he'll try to throw it downfield. That was it.
Hey, hold on. I was playing this nigga in 2K, right? And this nigga, every time he come down court, he'll shoot a 3. And, you know what I mean? It was a close game. I was winning by like 3-4 points. But it's just weird how this nigga just kept shooting 3s, and he was making like 90% of the 3s that this nigga was making. But it's like he wasn't playing no damn defense. So, you know what I mean? Every time I came down court, he scored. Out of the 10% he missed, and the fact that I scored every time I came down court, I'm up by like 2 points. So I'm like, why is it that this nigga's coming down court making all these damn 3s? So I go to the sliders. This motherfucker done turn all the sliders up. I'm like, how? Like, why the fuck, nigga? Like, he turns them all up to 100? Like, what kind of shit is that?
I can't
I'm
miss.
like, yeah, like, oh, cheating ass.
I can't miss.
90% of the shots, nigga can't miss.
I got that all-state insurance.
I
can't miss.
So I'm sitting.
Chris Paul out here.
I'm sitting here thinking, like, what the fuck? I look at the sliders. I'm like, man, you can switch the sliders up? He was like, yeah. Why? Like, what the fuck? What are you mixing this? What are you putting the sliders up for? Oh, well,
I think it makes my game look better.
That's pretty much what he said. It makes the game go by faster and da-da-da. I'm like, you cheating ass nigga. Like, first off, you not only did you raise the sliders, but you didn't tell me shit about it. So now you're like, if I knew I could just shoot 3s and kill your ass, you'd be down by 30 points right now. Like, I'm playing basketball. This nigga is making almost every three this nigga
You
shoot.
really out there.
Yeah, I'm sticking
running
defense
plays.
and shit, you know what I mean?
He's running plays.
Come on. I'm running plays. This nigga's just like, you know what? Fast break, 3. Shot clock violation about to hit, 3. Just everything. I'm like, and he was still losing.
The Celtics.
This nigga was still losing. I'm just sitting here like, how? Like, you should be whooping my ass. You should be killing me because you know that this ability is there and I don't.
I played a cousin. I went over my cousin. I played him in Madden. I don't know how he did it. But he was like, yeah, bro, I got $20. You can't beat me. And I whitewashed you in the first quarter. I'm like, bet. You know what I'm saying? My game ain't that boo-boo. You know what I mean? Shit, bet. You know what I mean? Bet. So we bet. My boys that you got, man. Wide open pass to my receiver. I passed it to him. I'm down the sideline with it. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. 77. A lineman, nigga, out of nowhere, nigga.
No lie. I've had that happen to me before.
I'm like,
playing.
No, I go check him out.
He was playing on like easy or whatever.
Boy, the center attributes, everything 99. I'm like, damn. The center, everything, everybody, the whole offense, the whole defensive line, the whole offensive line, great blocking. I can't blitz for shit. Great blocking.
He said great blocking.
Great blocking. They picking up one man picking up 2 at a time.
Yeah,
where y'all going? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. I'm like, oh, no wonder why.
I had that one happen, but what it was they was playing on, like I was playing on all Madden and they were playing on like rookie or some shit like that on their profile settings, and so like I broke away and I'm about to score and I get tackled by one of the linebackers. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm arguing like, dude, there's no fucking way that your linebacker caught up to my running back, who was ahead of him by like 10 to 15 fucking yards. No way. And so come to find out, like I said, I was playing on all men and they was playing on rookie. Like, so there you go. That's why. Right there. Like, get the fuck out of here. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been playing Madden long enough to know this. I played football, nigga.
Right.
You know, there's no fucking way. And I know my team. I know what attributes my team has. I don't need to know what attributes your team has to know that your linebacker ain't catching fucking Ezekiel Elliott, nigga.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so. What, you got something to say too?
Yeah, everybody say, talk your shit.
Anyways, Donna, are you ready to finish?
About what happened with those girls?
Yes.
All right. So So I ain't sent all this shit, or he didn't send all this shit to me. We ain't going back and forth. She trying to build a court case on a nigga, and I'm begging this bitch like I want to whoop this nigga ass because he done came at me sideways so many fucking times for so many reasons. I'm a type nigga like, this is America, you know what I mean? You want to talk your shit, talk your shit. I ain't worried about you. Once you come at me like on some violence type shit, or you start threatening me, like it's whatever. What's up? So I'm like, man, I want to whoop this nigga ass. And at the same time, he's sitting here, or she's sitting here talking about, well, you know, I don't want you to go to jail and blah blah blah, and just send a text to me and shit. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I started sending them to her, and like she building a case on the nigga, and I didn't know what it was at first. But apparently she building a case on him. So I was like, okay, whatever. So she built this case on this nigga, and eventually, after the death threats and bodily harm threats and all that extra bullshit, the police is like, all right, well, let's arrest this dude. So they file a warrant for him. And towards the end of, I want to say like September, October, some shit, this nigga stopped hitting me up, which is cool. But this bitch is out of her fucking mind. Like I told you earlier, like, I don't condone hitting women. I don't condone domestic violence or any type of, shit like that. But it's like when this particular situation happened, I was with her, and then she started showing me the true person that she is, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I can see why. If you acting like how you acting with me, the same way you acting with her or with him, I can see why he was whooping your ass. Because you need your ass whooped. Like, she was just doing wild shit. Like, I would hang up the phone with her. Like, I don't feel like talking. And she'll like, keep calling me back. Keep calling me back. Like, on average, she'll call me back like 15, 20 times. But her record, this bitch, between texts and calls, hit me up like 90-some times.
Oh, she's a professional.
Yeah, like, man, I'm at a Husker game. I'm enjoying my life. Man, I go to the bathroom during halftime. It's fucking 40-some calls. Man, total, she hit me up. It was like 40. No. It was like 74 calls and like 15, 20 text messages and Facebook calls and all. I'm like, what? Like, bitch, I'm busy. Like,
right.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, oh my god, like, this shit was fucking killing me. But she still do that shit.
Be honest with you, at a Husker game, you can never be too busy. You know what I'm saying? You can't be too busy watching the Huskers.
I mean,
hey, where Jay at? Speaking of Huskers.
Nowadays, I feel that because Huskers is trash. Like,
yeah, I need to see how you feel about certain things. Yeah, because you a fan too. How you feel about
I ain't paid attention in so fucking long, man. The Huskers has been trash since I was born.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you been paying attention to the Huskers?
Man, fuck the Huskers this year.
Oh no, don't say that, man.
You see this drink?
Hey, how you feel about
this drink right here is because 20% of it is because of the fucking Huskers.
Transfer portal. He entered his name in the transfer portal. Shit. He said, "You know what? I'm over this motherfucking team."
These niggas.
Nigga Martinez, go somewhere that's going to use you correctly and get some wins, man. Get your buzz up so you can make it to the NFL and get your money, man.
As what? A fucking receiver?
I don't know.
You ain't that good at throwing the ball.
Whatever the fuck you need to do. I'm just saying the Huskers.
But is he not though?
He's not. He's not. He's not that good at throwing the ball to where somebody's going to draft him as a quarterback.
But the line, everybody's not that good. So if you don't have an offensive line,
I'm talking about his particular talent. If you take your like how LeBron took his talent to South Beach, he's not that good to make it to the NFL as a quarterback.
I mean, they said Lamar wasn't that good to make it to the NFL.
You said who?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson? No,
man.
I knew Lamar Jackson was going to be special since I saw him at.
But I'm just saying, they said that he wasn't good enough to be a quarterback either until
that's not a
wrong in the
100%
NFL.
evaluation. That evaluation is also stemmed from racism. So it's
first of all,
when you a black quarterback and you can run, that's what they think that's all you can do. Like,
Don, you are preaching to the choir. I'm just making the point that they also said that.
You need to listen to the sermon choir.
What?
You preaching to the choir, right?
Yeah, I know that Lamar's was based more on racism, but I'm just saying they also said the same thing about Lamar. And I'm pretty sure Martinez would be a Latin last name, so I might be being racist, and maybe he is a white guy. But I'm taking it that he's a Latino Latin quarterback.
At minimum, he's mixed. He ain't white.
No, he definitely mixed.
He's not white. So whether it be the last name or it be his actual talent and skill, like your quarterbacking skill is at best a second fucking option.
Like I said, like G said, if your line's terrible, your receivers ain't catching the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
You got no running game. Go somewhere. That's why I say go somewhere else.
Where?
wherever else you need to go and show that you can be a quarterback. And now, if you go somewhere else and you stink
look
it
at
up,
all these schools
well, then guess what? Obviously you're not a fucking quarterback.
Right, but look at all these schools that's, you know what I mean, that's up there. You got Coastal Carolina, you got Cincinnati, you got, you know what I mean, all these schools that wasn't doing something, making a name now, making a whole lot of buzz now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, I heard that. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I heard they giving Frost one more year, but they took $1 million away from me.
Shit. Man, it's not Frost's fault. I don't blame Frost.
Come on, man. Come on. Seriously?
You know why? You know why I don't blame him? Because the school has been fucking dysfunctional since they hired Callahan. The team has been dysfunctional since they hired Callahan. And who replaced Callahan? That one defensive coordinator who would win a bunch of games but could never win enough games to make it to the national championship. I can't remember his name. I think he came after Callahan. So I should say they hired Bo Pelini.
Oh, yeah, Bo Pelini. He was the best coach.
That's what I was going to say. Since they fired him, shit, he's been better than everybody else that they have hired. And you got to remember, when Frost took over, the school was already fucking dysfunctional. So he's basically trying.
And that's coming after Bo.
No. There was two coaches between Bo and now Frost. When Bo left, we had winning records. We just couldn't win, the fucking national championship. We always lost like 1 or 2 games throughout the season. Now it seems like we lose like every fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not saying that Scott Frost is completely not culpable or not to blame for it, but I'm not placing all the blame on his shoulders because you're taking over a dysfunctional system. You got to remember, a lot of these players were there when Scott Frost joined or came on board, right?
Right. See,
so basically,
But Bo Pelini had, you know what I mean? At that time, he had Burkhead. He had, you know what I mean, all them guys.
But those are guys that he recruited.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? When he recruited them guys, you know what I'm saying? Nebraska went back to a ground and pound team.
Why?
You know
because Bo, he was the head coach.
Yeah.
And he was also basically the defensive coordinator. So basically, yeah, as a head coach, I want my defense out there as little as possible if I'm a defensive coordinator. Let my guys get out there, do what they do, pound the offense, and then when we get the ball, run the ball so we keep the ball longer, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you fired Bo, you hired a new coach. I can't remember what the next coach name was. He fucks up. All of a sudden our record goes down, down, down. Then you fire him, hire a new coach. Still plummeting. Then you hire Scott Frost. What I'm saying when I say Scott Frost is not totally to blame is because
this is about to be his 3rd year, ain't it?
Yeah, but guess what? How many? Most players are there for what? 4 years? 5 years? He's still working with those same players. Now, granted, it's on him to figure out how to use those players to the best of their ability. But at the same time, I figure I'm not going to place all the blame on him because the fucking ship was already sinking. It's like you the first mate of a ship, and that motherfucker starts going down, and the captain quits. Well, now you become the captain. The ship is still sinking.
Right, but at the same time,
you got to figure out how to fix it. Though.
Time, it was still sinking, but you know what I mean. It was still fixable. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Nebraska is not no motherfucking West Coast team. We is a Midwest team. You know what I'm saying? They not no West Coast team.
And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. They need to go back. Granted, the option is not an option anymore because, people kind of figured that out. But
right now they call it the R or whatever they
read and the read option, and now it's the
whatever they call that
run pass.
Yeah, whatever they call that.
Yeah. But shit, just go back to running the fucking like what they need to do. And the thing is, it's so hard to recruit for Nebraska because we've been so long out of the limelight since Bo left. So, but what they need to do is go back and find these big husky motherfuckers and put them at linemen to block and go back to running the fucking ball.
Right, because at the end of the day, man, that's what's gonna win you the ball.
Get some fucking big ass linemen, run the fucking ball, and pass when you and find a what was that quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they won their first Super Bowl?
Brad Johnson.
Find a Brad fucking Johnson, my nigga. Someone who can pass the ball when he needs to pass the fucking ball. He ain't got to be Tom Brady. He ain't got to be Peyton Manning. He ain't got to be none of the greats. He just has to be a fucking decent quarterback.
Right, because I seen the Carolina Panthers went back and got Cam Newton.
And then they benched him. Then they benched him because he was playing bad. Because who got the quarterback who was the quarterback for the Jets last year?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember his name, but basically he got hurt, and their backup was shit.
I know it ain't Sanchez.
No. That was a while ago.
Yeah. Sanchez been gone.
Yeah. Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold got hurt.
For the Jets?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he played for the Panthers.
No,
last year he played for the Jets. He got drafted by the Jets. So the last couple of years he played for the Jets, and then now he got picked up by the Panthers. He got hurt. So, and their backup wasn't very good, so they went back and got Cam.
Yeah, they sure did.
So,
see, I be telling people about the Eagles. Like, I like the Eagles, and people be talking about, well, the Eagles suck, you know what I mean, because of their record. But you got to understand, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Some of them teams is better than what their record say. You know what I'm saying? They just need time to develop and shit, and people don't understand. Damn near the whole Eagles offense is damn near rookies. You know what I mean? They whole offense is damn near rookies. You know what I'm saying? And they not bad. So, you know what I mean? Give them a few years. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be something to reckon with. Like I tell everybody all the time, man, give the Eagles a few years. Watch. They're gonna be a team to mess with. Because, yeah, they might not, you know what I mean, look like it right now, you know what I mean, because their record, it says it all. But, you know what I mean, people fail to realize, like, their whole offense is damn near rookies.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, fuck the Eagles. The Eagles can eat a cock.
Yeah, that's how I feel about
Cowboys.
That's how I feel about the Cowboys.
Nigga, you all over the map, though.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Hey.
You a Buckeyes fan, but you don't like anybody pro-wise that's in Ohio. You don't like the Browns. You don't like the Bengals.
No.
You're an Eagles fan.
I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Bears fan.
Bears fan. There we go. Bears
I am
fan.
a Chicago Bears fan. You know, and
So you're a Bears fan, and then in basketball you're
Chicago
a
Bulls.
Bulls fan. Okay, so there's some consistency there. I guess I'm the only one here who's basically all over the map when you think about it.
Yeah, and
I'm
horrible teams might add. You know, Cowboys and the motherfucking Stankers. Oh my God.
the who?
The Stankers.
The Lakers?
The LA Stankers.
Hold up. How many championships the Bulls got?
Hey, it's all good.
How many championships the Bulls got? When's the last time?
How many championships the Lakers got that's supposed to be the motherfucking Timberwolves?
Don't matter.
That's all.
Okay, if that's the case, then you're going to be moving a lot of championships around when it comes to the NFL and the NBA.
Like who?
That was
The LA Rams,
That was big.
when they won in St. Louis, they moved from LA to St. Louis. So the two they won with Kurt Warner should actually be LA. Who else? The Baltimore Colts,
That's
Baltimore
not,
Ravens.
No, hold on.
Or they moved to Indianapolis.
That don't make sense. We talking about two different things.
How? You said how many championships?
Because the Minneapolis Lakers won those championships in Minneapolis. So it's not tied to LA. Whereas what you're talking about is that the Rams started in LA and then moved to St. Louis, and now those championships go to LA?
Because they're back in LA.
Yeah, they back in LA.
So what?
Okay, so they won them in St. Louis, right?
Yes.
So they back in LA. Yes. So it still counts as the LA Rams have two championships.
No, it don't.
It don't?
It don't.
Look up their record. It says 2 Super Bowl victories. It doesn't say St. Louis Rams.
The same thing
St.
for the
Louis.
Lakers. What is your point?
I'm saying that if that's the case, then you need to move those LA Rams championships back to St. Louis.
Things.
Is it not the same thing?
No, listen. Stop trying to be the loudest and listen. Where did they win the Minneapolis Lakers championships?
In Minneapolis.
Where did they win the St. Louis Rams championships?
In St. Louis.
So why do LA get those
Because they're now in LA.
Just like how the Lakers are now.
That's what I'm saying. Then if that's the case, there's a couple of teams you could do that
my
with.
point is what I'm saying.
Is that okay? Then what's your point?
My point is they won them in Minneapolis, so therefore they're Minneapolis championships.
Right?
Just like how they won them in St. Louis, so they're not LA championships, they're St. Louis
But that's
championships.
exactly what I'm saying.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm saying if that's the case, since St. Louis, when they won them in St. Louis, right, they moved to LA. It's still attached to that team. The same way when Minneapolis Lakers moved from Minneapolis to LA, it's attached to the Lakers, right? It's not attached. They don't say Minneapolis won those championships. They say the LA Lakers won them, right?
So they saying the LA Rams won those
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying too.
And I'm saying that if that's the case, then you have to do that across the board.
Do what?
The same thing that you're saying. Oh, well, if they didn't win those championships since they won them in Minneapolis, they should be Minneapolis championships.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. If that's the case, then you have to do that across the board.
I'm doing that across the board.
Well, you do that across the board, but
won
everybody.
that championship. St. Louis did.
LA has won championships since they've been in LA.
In LA, who?
The Lakers. When Magic.
I'm talking about the Rams.
But I'm saying you can't say that. What I'm saying is that you're doing it across the board, but that's not how it works. The championships follow the franchise.
I'm not talking about how it works. I'm talking about that's what it
The
should be.
championships follow the team.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying the championships are solitary events that happen wherever it happens. So if the Minnesota Lakers won a championship, it didn't happen.
And what I'm
in
saying
LA.
is, since you're doing that, then you have to do that and pick. You can't just pick
And I
the
do
Minneapolis.
that. I just said
Well,
that
then
shit.
pick the other teams that do it. Don't just pick out the Lakers.
What team haven't I picked?
There's a couple other teams that they won championships in one place and moved somewhere else. And
That
won.
I, as a person, Joseph, has said that shit.
No.
So what are you arguing?
What I'm saying
I'm
is.
saying you have to. I'm saying I am.
Okay, well, I'm saying every time it gets brung up, all he ever does is he picks on the Lakers about it. He doesn't ever go, oh, well,
Because you're a Lakers fan and fuck the
okay,
Lakers.
well, fuck the Gophers.
I'm not a Gopher fan, so what's that
Well,
matter?
fuck the Timberwolves. Tell the Timberwolves to go get a championship, nigga. Then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
First off, suck the longest that KG's dick can be. How about that? Suck it, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Suck the longest that Kareem, Magic, Shaq, and Kobe dick can be, nigga. What the fuck?
Who cares? My whole point is this. I'm not saying the Timberwolves have a championship. I'm saying the Minnesota Lakers have a championship.
That's great. That's fine.
That also takes away from the Lakers championship.
No, it don't.
It do.
It follows the team.
It follows it based off what they go
The franchise.
by, which is the franchise. Yes, but I'm saying the Minneapolis Lakers is a completely
Then you have to
different
take.
franchise.
You have to. No, it's not. It's the
What's the
same
difference- what's
franchise.
the difference
That's just like me starting a football team and winning the championship in Nebraska and then moving to Kansas City.
But it's-
and be like, yeah, we got a championship.
But it's
Yeah,
the.
just all mad
But it's
with
the
it.
same.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
got
same.
one. Fuck it.
No. It would be the same. But the thing is, it's like one company. Okay, so if you start up a company here in Omaha, and you decide to move that company, say, fucking to Australia or some shit, do all your assets stay here in Omaha? No, you move those assets with you to Australia.
Yes, but you also
Any
can't.
awards that you won here in Omaha, you move with you to Australia.
Yes, but you can't go by, oh, well, the company was founded in Australia. No, it wasn't. It was founded in fucking Omaha.
But it gets credit for being founded in Minneapolis, but those championships belong to the Lakers, not Minneapolis. They just won them as a part of Minneapolis.
No.
The Lakers is still
The Lakers.
Exactly. The L.A. Lakers have only
No,
won
the Lakers are the Lakers.
They just went from Minneapolis Lakers to L.A. Lakers.
When they moved from Minneapolis, did they leave their players? Did they cut all their players?
It don't even make sense.
Did they cut all their?
LA don't
No.
even got Lakers.
Did they cut all?
Like you say
Now he just being an ass. But anyways, when they moved from Minneapolis, did they cut all their players?
Huh?
Did they cut the players?
I don't know.
No, they didn't. They moved those players to Los Angeles.
All right, y'all, we're going to Los Angeles.
Right?
You said what? She in the AP program?
Yeah, we don't
So the fuck what, nigga? Start over.
I'm just saying, you move those players. So the Lakers are the Lakers, no matter where if they moved from LA today and moved to fucking buttfuck Alaska and became the buttfuck Alaskan Lakers, my nigga, those 17 championships that they have follow them up there because it's the organizations.
The owner of the Bears is talking about moving the Bears.
To where?
And when they move, the
every
Bears,
other city they
how
go
many
to
championships
goes
the Bears got? Like 1 or 2?
Yeah, like 1 or 2.
So those
No, they
one,
only got one.
they got one. So that one Super Bowl will move with the Bears.
Yeah, because I'd be dead.
They will move. All right, they will move with the Bears as far as a franchise, but I don't feel like they would move as far as if they went to Albuquerque and it became the Albuquerque Bears. The Albuquerque Bears may have one championship, but the Bears themselves have 2. So I can see what you're saying as far as the Lakers. As far as the Lakers, yes, the Lakers have 17, but the LA Lakers only have like 13. That's how I feel about it. You didn't win them in LA. You won them in Minnesota. Same thing as all the rest of the motherfuckers who won a championship in the fucking Rams. Yes, you have what is it, 2 championships.
Move, everything should just start over.
Because it's new. What the fuck? All right, let me put you like this: if you go to a particular school and you a cool nigga, you one of the popular kids, and then you go to another school and you are a fucking outcast reject. Yes, you are still the same person that you are, but because you went to different schools, context changes.
Okay.
You are no longer the cool
But see,
guy.
the thing is,
You know what I mean? You're the outcast.
No,
now,
but
because
see,
at
the
this school, being a cool guy means this, that, and the other, and you don't fit those criteria.
but see, the thing is, the difference is with that is the fact of the owner moved the team. Now, if the Green Bay Packers moved, that's different because the Green Bay Packers is owned by the city. The owner, the person,
ownership groups, my
the
nigga?
owner.
Is that your argument?
No, what I'm saying is the owner.
But a lot of them teams is owned by.
No, most of the teams are owned by one person or like
That's what I'm saying.
maybe a couple of people. So if I own the team and I move the team, those championships are still mine.
So the Buss family been owning the Lakers the entire time
Yes.
they've been existing? Even in Minnesota? They moved from Minnesota to LA? Yeah, think about that before you say some
The
shit.
Lakers was good back then.
I'd have to look that up.
The Buss family, I believe, from what I remember, has been owning the Lakers since the 80s, which is when they went to LA. They was winning all them championships in the 50s and 60s. So those are LA, or those are Minneapolis championships.
But the Buss family bought the team, right? It's just like if you own the company and somebody comes in and buys your company, all your assets get taken over by that company. Any awards won by the company before you bought it is also yours too.
But past success
is yours too.
It is to a degree. Like, it doesn't mean that you did this shit.
Doesn't matter. I bought it.
All right, no, it's the same thing. No, hold on.
Yeah, thank you.
It's the same thing as like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs will be like, yeah, I invented the iPhone. He didn't invent that shit. He just said, hey, you niggas do this shit, and they did it. Like, did he invent it, or was he the top or the
technically, he did if he was the brains behind it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but the brains behind it means you did something.
Not necessarily.
No, hold on. There's a difference between me being a part of the group saying, let's figure this shit out, versus me telling you, you need to figure this shit out.
Yeah. Because if I come up...
I might be able to tell you how to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? You might not... You might only know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I know how to do...
I feel what you're trying to say. Like, say, I come up with an A. You know what? We want, like, the Nintendo. The new Nintendo Switch. Hey, we want a console that you can put on a dock and it'll stream. It'll be on your TV. But we also want you to be able to pick that motherfucker up and take it with you wherever the fuck you go and still be able to play your games. Right? Now, the head of Nintendo might not be able to do that. But that's why you hire the motherfuckers underneath you who can think of that shit and figure out how the fuck you would be able to do that shit. Right? So you come up with the idea. And then you have people who do that shit. Mm-hmm. You know? Just like, hold up, Disney just bought Star Wars, bought Fox. They own all the intellectual property that underneath Star Wars, underneath anything that Fox has done, right? So any awards that Star Wars has ever gotten, any awards Fox has ever gotten, is now all owned by Disney. So I'm just saying, you know, you can say, hey, well, technically they won a bunch of those championships when they was in Minnesota, which would be what, 4? But now, you know, the Lakers moved from Minnesota and moved to LA. They're LA's now.
They're still trash.
Whatever. Still better than the Bulls.
Them is past championships.
Shit, they just won one like 2 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? Them is past championships.
When's the last time the Bulls won one?
If you,
Hey, it's been a minute.
All right,
hold on.
Niggas know we been there.
Here's a good thing
we just won one 2 years ago.
Hey, hold on. Here's a good thing to think about. Now, if you combine the greatest of all time when it comes to both the Lakers and the Bulls, who would win?
The Lakers?
The Bulls.
The Lakers? Hands down, the Lakers.
Hands down?
Crazy.
Hands
Magic,
down?
Kareem, Shaq, Kobe.
Hey, Shaq was a beast.
Wilt.
Who's your three?
Who's my 3?
Because between Wilt and Shaq, only one of them can start. So who's your 3?
Shit, you could have all 5 of them start.
Really?
Have Wilt play power forward, Shaq play center.
And Kareem.
Kareem plays power forward, Shaq plays center.
And Wilt play
Small forward.
small forward.
Wilt play small fucking forward, my nigga. Kobe is shooting guard.
Are you kidding me?
Kobe is shooting guard and Magic at point.
Boy, you crazy.
Shit.
Wow. Wilt at 3. Okay.
What? Really? You don't think that he would bully Scotty?
No, Shaq will for a fact.
Okay, now as far as Shaq, there's nobody
I'm a Shaq fan.
in
So.
Bulls history who can guard Shaq. But as far as the 3, you are not 3. As far as the 4, you got Dennis Rodman playing against who again? You said
Kareem.
Shaq, Kareem. So we'll okay. I can see that being a nice little matchup. Now, what's old boy's name from your team? I keep thinking Hakeem.
Wilt or Kareem?
Kareem. So he would slow him down, but he wouldn't be able to stop him.
Stop who?
Kareem.
Okay, you're talking about Rodman.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wait, what?
Because you asked me who the person's name was, so I.
Yeah.
No, but no, we talking about
Go ahead.
Okay, so all time we got Tyson Chandler against Shaq. Was Tyson Chandler during that time? Not talking about Tyson Chandler period, because his best years was with the Mavs, but like him as a Bull, Shaq's gonna dominate him. I ain't gonna lie. Shaq's gonna end up with fucking 30, 40 fucking points.
Shaq could dominate a lot of them.
But you talking about Kareem against Rodman, right? Now Rodman's defense is impeccable. So
Was no stopping the sky hook.
but that's what I'm saying. Now, all right, so you got all right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate the Lakers, but I'm gonna be real. Shaq against Tyson Chandler is probably gonna be like a 30, 32 point game. Kareem against Rodman, with his defensive talent, along with the fact that Kareem was just one of the greatest of all times, you know what I mean? A potential GOAT, 28, 29, points a game. But then after that, you drop like dramatically. Now, granted, you said Wilt at 3.
Because think about it. You got Magic at point. Who's your point guard?
Rose,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Who you think would be guarding Magic?
Rose.
No. Pippen would be guarding Magic.
No, he wouldn't.
If you took the same tactics that they used when they beat the Lakers in the finals, who guarded Magic?
That's a different game. What are you talking about?
Rose isn't stopping Magic.
Rose was like 12 when that happened.
But what does that have to do with anything?
My thing is this: like they had that particular.
I'm
lineup
saying
because they had
no.
those
What I'm
particular
saying
players.
is Rose isn't stopping Magic. Period.
From what?
From anything that
He's
Magic
not-
will want
he's
to.
not a
Magic
super-
is 6'7".
So what? He wasn't.
And-
He wasn't a scorer like
He
that.
gonna
Yes,
he gonna take it in. That's
No,
it.
no, but he wasn't that type of player. He was like LeBron.
But he could be. That was the thing when
LeBron could be
Okay.
too, but most of his.
But then,
playoff
if that was the
runs,
case,
he's a
then
facilitator.
if that was the case, when the Bulls played the Lakers, why didn't they just have their point guard Magic?
Because he wasn't Derek fucking Rose. That's why.
Derek fucking Rose is not known as a defensive player.
At that time, he was in his prime.
Exactly.
No,
He wasn't known for defense.
No.
But he could D a nigga
he's
up.
not D'ing Magic.
Magic ain't like that. Come on now. What the fuck?
Okay.
You make it seem like he was a jump shooter.
No, he was a
Like
set
he
shot
about to go out
shooter.
there and just
He was a what?
He was a set shot shooter. And he would knock
And you
them
don't think
down.
Rose could guard
And
that?
he also had his own sky hook. Rose isn't guarding that.
He didn't have
So
his
who did
own
they
sky
put-
hook. He had a sky hook from time to time.
No, he had his own sky hook.
Okay. I'm not gonna say Rose would have shut him down, but the comparable games between the two of them, it would have been an even matchup.
yeah, you gotta admit, man, because in Rose prime, explosive. Come on,
Explosive.
I'm talking about
One of the
I'm not talking about
greatest.
I'm not talking about offensively.
Come
I was
on.
saying who would the
And Magic defense wasn't on that cold. So how you gonna keep up with Rose? Give a fuck how tall he is. How you gonna keep up with him on defense?
shit Tayshaun Prince's defense wasn't all that cold.
Are you kidding me? Tayshaun Prince was known for
Tayshaun
defense
Prince
at
was
one
just
point.
long.
He played for the Pistons.
So what?
That's the thing. Like I said,
Yeah, he was not good at all.
You put a longer player, even on a superstar. If the superstar is shorter, it's gonna make it tougher. Just like what the Phoenix Suns just did.
Not necessarily.
That's what the Phoenix Suns just did to Steph Curry the other night. They put all they did was put a taller, longer player on Steph Curry and slowed his ass down.
Who?
I can't remember the name of the player, but he's not even known for defense.
See, you talking about archetypes. I'm talking about
See, but that's
I'm talking about individuals.
See, but you talking about Steph Curry. All Steph Curry can do is shoot. He
Steph,
can't ball
yes, he
handle.
can.
No, he
He is
can't.
known,
Come on, man.
nigga. Yes, he
He-
can.
He
no,
run behind
no,
ball
no, no,
screens and That's all.
I should. After this podcast, I'm gonna pull up some of Steph Curry's fucking highlights. Yes, he is known for his ball handling.
Curry is known to be top 5 all time as far as ball handles.
No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
No, hold on. All time, you got these 5. All time, right? You got Michael Jordan.
Ball handling?
Yes.
Okay.
You got Michael Jordan, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Tim Hardaway, you got Steph Curry, and you got what was the 5th one? Damn, I had him. Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, Tim Hardaway, Michael Jordan, and who's the 5th? Allen Iverson.
Okay, I was gonna say if you don't put him on the list, then again.
You're top 5 though, as far as ball
I
handling.
get that, but if you ranking them, yeah, I would take.
No, it's not in that order. I'm just saying top 5.
I wasn't saying you had it in order. I'm just saying if you were ranking them, Kyrie's ball handling skills are better than Steph's.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying.
No, what I'm saying is you can't deny the man's ball handling.
I'm not.
He's top 5.
But I'm not denying his ball handling.
I'm talking about in general. Like regardless of how they.
I'm not.
He did.
I know
That's what I'm
he
saying.
is. I'm just saying that I agree that Kyrie's ball handling is better than
It's
Steph.
because he can shoot. You know what I mean? If I was a top tier shooter, yeah, I could do some bullshit and just shoot it up and make it look good. You know what I'm saying?
But he could also get past people too. Oh, come on, bruh. I mean, I'm with you. Hey, hold up. I'm with you that Kyrie is a better ball handler
Not only that,
than
but
Steph.
how many times in the game do you see Steph Curry, you know what I mean, actually taking it into the lane?
A bunch of times.
No, come on, man.
Nigga, the block that fucking LeBron is famous for now happened where? As fucking Steph was trying to lay the ball up.
It wasn't Steph.
Yeah, it was Steph.
That was Iggy.
No, that was on Steph.
That was Iggy.
I swear to God, that was on Steph because everyone was like, "Oh my God, LeBron snatched Steph Curry's hurt." No, when they was in the finals.
No, that was Iggy.
That was
on my
Steph.
mama, that was
I
Iggy,
swear to
nigga.
God, he blocked the shit out of Steph, and Steph was going to lay the ball up.
Right, see, but point exactly, you know what I mean?
But the thing is, guess what? How tall? How tall? How tall is LeBron?
I didn't even have to put nothing
But that's
besides block.
Iverson.
No, hold on. I didn't have to put nothing besides block and then or LeBron and then B. It already put a LeBron block Iggy. I put LeBron B. That's it. Just LeBron and then the letter B. It was Iggy that popped up. Nigga, he.
You know what I mean? How many tall players has Iverson, you know what I mean, took it up on?
Yeah, he insults a couple of niggas.
You know what I mean?
He
a couple of niggas.
He gave Jordan song.
niggas.
That nigga came back with that.
Big niggas though.
That nigga, man, he sauced up. He sauced up Jordan.
I don't know, but personally,
Look at this shit. This is Iggy.
Player man would be Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, this is Iguodala. Iguodala.
Mm-hmm. Off the backboard.
Like, what block are you talking about? That's the one that changed the finals. That him against Iggy, nigga. He blocked Iggy block. Or Iggy dunk. Or Iggy. I promise you. Steph passed it to him, but that was
Steph Curry
Iggy.
good, man, but all he good for is shooting.
So? I don't care what game it is you playing, you gotta score.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Every game.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take off in a second, dude. I got some pussy waiting on me. This bitch in La Vista. I ain't trying to get too much drunker than what I am. Man, this bitch sucked my dick so good last time. Oh, nigga. You know what's funny is typically bitches be talking about, oh, I like a man to do this, that, and the other. I'm typically like stagnant when it comes to head, but this bitch had me vocal. I'm like, oh shit! I was like, man, nigga, my motherfucking toes curled, my leg was all kicked to the side and shit. Like, nigga, man. Like, this bitch had, man.
Bitch, I'm about to go in there and cook you breakfast,
For real. This bitch got a fucking 9-year-old on some real shit. Like, you can't just hold a 9-year-old, walk around with him and have him cry. You know what I mean? Go to sleep or some shit. Like, on some real shit, I want to just punch your 9-year-old in the face and knock her out. You don't give me this low def ass.
Low def ass.
This shit work on diamond. I can't even see the video no more. What the fuck, man? I pressed play and it went to the next video.
Curry playing with 5 fouls, defending LeBron James. James throws it inside again to Thompson. Tristan Thompson, 15 points, 15 rebounds. It's Bedlam here in Cleveland.
Nigga, this ain't the fucking. It's the finals, but ain't the one that he's famous for. What is this?
What is this?
15 points.
He talking about this is the famous block. Nobody remember this damn block.
Game 7 of the finals. When he blocked Curry,
Wait. With fucking 4 minutes left, like ain't nobody care about this block, nigga. I'm talking about the Iggy block. The shit that Nicki Minaj was talking about in her fucking rap, nigga. Like everybody remember that block. This is just a block.
Now it's in the finals.
So what? They played in the finals 3 times.
It look like he fouled him.
Yeah, exactly.
Nicki Minaj might bring it up in a rap. But what I'm saying is people who talk sports on a daily, when they talk about Steph, they bring up that block.
All I can say to that clip is, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. Boo!
Well,
Boo!
you can boo it all you want to. It still happened. And like I said, it was the point that I was bringing up when G was talking about when do you ever see
Curry do that a lot for that reason only.
now he does floaters. Okay? He does floaters.
Yeah, he
He evolved.
adapted his game. Yeah, he evolved.
I think Curry's a
Man,
monster.
anybody that can shoot good. Yeah, because he can shoot good. You know what I'm saying? It's almost automatic. So yeah, you know what I mean. Anything you do is gonna look
His
good when you can throw it up and
defense
make it.
is pretty bad. That shit's like that's like a
If I say
D.
boo boo.
His defense is like a D.
I'd give him a C. C plus.
Curry,
He gets like 1 to 2 steals a game.
you can trip and get a fucking steal.
I mean,
You can trip twice.
Right. You know what I mean? They can. You know what I mean? They can mishandle the ball. You know what I'm saying? Knock it off their damn self out of bounds. They gonna label that as steal for you. You didn't do shit.
I mean, no, that's like saying as a cornerback, you know, it's easy to get an interception. You know, all the quarterback has
I mean,
to
it
do.
kind of is. If you treat it as if the ball is being thrown to you instead of treating it as you need to stop the ball.
Regardless if it's easy or not, though. That's
just
100% you.
I'm just saying.
That's 100%
Yeah,
you.
but if I pick off a pass in the air as a basketball player, hey, that's 100% me. I read what you was doing, seen that who you was throwing the ball to, and I picked that fucking pass off.
Yeah, but if I'm sticking defense on you, you know what I'm saying, and they teammate pass the ball to you, you mishandle it, you know what I mean, and it go out of bounds or whatever, they gonna call that a steal on me, a turnover.
Well, if it goes out of bounds, then it stays your ball.
No, it becomes my ball.
If I hit the ball, if I'm playing
No, I'm
defense
saying
on you,
if I'm playing defense on you, you know what I'm saying, and your teammate passes you the ball, you know what I'm saying, and I apply the pressure or whatever, and you mishandle it and it goes out of bounds.
It's
on
just
you,
a turnover.
It becomes my ball, but then it becomes a steal.
no, it's not considered a steal. It's just a turnover. I just turned the ball over. I have to literally take the ball from you or take the ball out of the air
Yeah, see,
before it becomes a steal.
Because I just watched the Ohio State and
I don't know how they do it in college and in the pros.
Yeah, college basketball.
I was gonna say in the pros, you have to literally have the ball possession of the ball. Like now, granted, if I knock the ball out of, I think nowadays they changed the rule, but it say like
they changed a lot of rules.
if I'm guarding you and I knock the ball from you and my teammate gets the ball, I'll still get credited for the steal.
Yeah,
I think that rule got changed. But like say someone passes you the ball and I'm applying pressure and you went out of bounds trying to catch the ball, it's just considered a turnover. I don't get charged. I don't get the steal for it.
You see, in college they label it a steal.
See, I don't watch college basketball anymore. I need to because I want to start going and betting on some of these damn games.
That's what I be doing. I go every day and bet on college basketball. College basketball is 8 games every day. I go there every day. $2.50. For real.
Yeah. I know. I'm about to end it now. Oh shit! Because I done got a little tipsy. But
yeah, man, I need to drive fucking 8 miles.
Well, shit. We didn't get to all the topics today, but we finally got closure on Don's little saga for the most part. But
ain't no closure, man. This bitch still be tripping, dude.
I didn't mean, like I said, for the most part. Anyways, I've been Jay. You got Don. You got G. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Small Victories Podcast. And we're out. Deuces.
What I call a small victory.